make sure vegetables are completely submerged. And that's all we have. And then you just want to seal. So at this point, you can put them directly, plunge them into your water bath canner, completely covered. Make sure there's a rack underneath it so it doesn't break. And I would process these for about 5 to 10 minutes. Take them out, let them cool. You know, you're going to hear that ping, that suction, and they're done. If you don't want to do the water bath, put it directly in the refrigerator. Now the Giardiniera is another very easy thing to make. It's Italian. It means woman gardener. It's typically Chicagoan because I haven't seen it on the East Coast. I haven't seen it anywhere else. And it's a favorite. You know, we do it on hot dogs, pizza. You can have a spicy version. You can have a less spicy version. And you can use practically any vegetable you want with this. This I just basically took jalapenos, serrano, cauliflower, red pepper, and carrots. You can dice them up into bite-sized pieces any way you want. And the same way I did the cucumbers and the onions, you want to put them in a container like this, cover it, bite-sized pieces, put about a half a cup to maybe 3/4 of a cup of salt, depending on how much you're going to do. A little goes a long way. Let it marinate and grind overnight in the salt for about 24 hours in the refrigerator. Then you want to again drain it. You can rinse it if you want. I like the salt because that's what makes it so good, salty and spicy. And then I take white vinegar and canola oil. Some people use vegetable oil. I like canola oil. Some people use olive oil. You can even add olives to this, already like packaged olives and chop them up. You take the 1 part vinegar to 1 part oil. I add some dried garlic, some dried Italian herbs or seasoning, and I heat it up really quick just to make it like hot or warm. And I pour it over the vegetables, which are raw, but they've been ground with salt. And this again, you can put in the refrigerator immediately. Let it cool down, put it in the refrigerator. Let it sit for 2 days to absorb the flavors of the vinegar, the seasoning, and the oil. And then it's ready to taste. Or you can water bath. A lot of people just keep it in the refrigerator and keep on adding to the broth. It's up to you. Very simple. Oh, celery too. So you can be creative with that. You can add some other local vegetables that you see, but it's really very easy. So what I'm going to do now is just serve you some wraps that we have. Wrap with the Giardiniera, and then you can sample pickles. Anybody have any questions?
Where do you get the wick jar?
The wick jars I get from a Chicago land distributor called Glass House. If you just Google WECK, W-E-C-K, Glass House comes up. They're pretty pricey. I was in San Francisco last month, and I saw like 1 jar they were selling for like $5. So, but if you get a case, they run maybe from $13 to $15, and they're about 6, depending on the size of the case. So, and the wet jars are nice because you get the case, they come with the clamp and the ring. But the FDA recommends in the U.S. you only use the ring. This is how you would do it. You put the ring on here. Make sure they're hot. They want you to heat up the ring the same way you heat up your seals. Have a look at it. Put it over. Make sure it's clamped in place. And you submerge it in a water bath can. Then you let it sit undisturbed after you take it out. Always invest in one of these. You can get all your equipment from the hardware. Take it out, let it sit undisturbed. When it's cool, I always wait till the next day, take it out. And the beauty of these is you know if your vacuum took, if you turn it upside down, it stays. You're wondering how it's going to do that. I've only had one disaster where I turned it upside down and everything came out. So And the beauty about these, so they sit on your shelf, and you know if gas is building up, or there was an impurity, or it didn't heat properly, it's going to dislodge. And then you know your pasta is turned bad. So this is actually going to make it better. Any other questions? That's it?
Now that the one with the screw on, normally you take the screw band off, right?
Oh yeah, you can store these, and the screw band can stay on, because I've had people give them to me like this. So you can take these, because these are the reusable parts. These aren't reusable. Good point.
But if the gas is filled in there and the screw band's on, there might be no way to know.
No, there's the top, on top.
It'll be sticking up.
No, it's the
Sticks up.
ring. Push in, it's almost like a Tupperware lid. You push in, it'll go. So it does that, you know. But if you push on it, it's just like you would a pickle jar, like from the store. You know what I mean? Like if you unscrew it, there's a top to it. Push the lid up and down. You can't push the lid up and down, you know. My grandmother and my dad do it. I've never done it. I did it for the first time this weekend. Oh, it might be disastrous, I think.
And I'm going to put some Q-tip and toothpick in the pickles. You want to try? When you mean when it's cooked, like with the hand, it's like a ping. It's like a ching. You hear like a ching.
So it's like right kind of immediately.
No, you'll hear it maybe about an hour. Sometimes even a few hours. You'll be sitting, they'll be cooling, and you'll hear that ping. Thank you. Wasn't the most ideal circumstance. And the brats were donated by Faith's Farm, which is a vendor here. She has great organically raised meat. Burnt these a little bit. While talking, I'm sorry, but better safe than sorry. Good. It's not too spicy. You can make it more spicy by adding more peppers to it. It's up to you.
Did you want to try one of these or not spicy?
Let me open up some more Giardiniera for you.
I missed your demo.
Oh, I have the recipes. I think she's got recipes. Some more.